Theater in Portland, Oregon, where the summer sucks you in and the winter eats your soul. It's Late Night Special! Tonight's guests, comedian and writer Alex Falcone, musical guest Lili St Anne, house band The Spashies, and your hosts Jay Flewelling and Rebecca Feldman.
Welcome to Late Night Special. How's your night going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome, Rebecca Feldman.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's so good to have you. Well, who's keeping up with the news these days? Everybody?
Yeah.
It's summer, Jay. Come on.
The news is outside. Well, I mean, there's so much. So I think we just need to educate the masses.
Yeah,
Right? We just
we'll
need to
tell
jump
you.
into this. So, well, this week, in a historical move for Florida, the state just appointed its first chief science officer to take on climate control. Let's give it up for Florida. Right?
Finally.
Now, but in true Florida man fashion, the officer plans to get high on bath salts and challenge climate change to a knife fight in a parking lot at Hooters. Okay?
Take that,
Yes,
climate.
yes. I think it'll work. I think it'll work.
I
Yes.
think it's a good plan. Well, Attorney General William Barr was he was asked this week what he thought about his reputation after defending the president so vigorously. His response was, "Everyone dies."
Oh.
Interesting. He then turned out the lights, lit a clove cigarette, and cranked up My Chemical Romance.
Classic.
So
Classic. Well, in some lighter news, Sully, the service dog to the late President George H.W. Bush, honored his friend in Memorial Day in an Instagram post. And Sully is also a writer and wrote a personal, beautiful message to his former owner. We have it actually right here. Yes. Yeah. He's a little edgy. You know, he's a little edgy.
Nice. So political.
Sully gets it.
Yeah, seriously, he knows.
Truther, yeah.
Well, Apple announced a new product this week, and it's an iPod Touch.
Oh.
Yeah, interesting.
It's true.
Well, the iPod Touch boasts all the features of an iPhone with the guarantee that no one will call you on it while you're watching porn.
Oh, thank God. Thank God it's about
Finally.
time. Apple, gosh. Well, a pigeon helped a driver in Germany avoid a speeding ticket this week by blocking his face from a traffic camera as the driver went by. We have a photo of it, actual photo,
Yeah.
real event.
Crazy.
Now, oddly enough, the driver flipped on the pigeon, and the pigeon will be spending the next year behind bars, like right here, yeah. That's solitary confinement.
That's not
for
cool,
birds.
man. Well, a woman who is completely obsessed with the royal family decided to undergo a 6-hour surgery just to look more like Meghan Markle.
Wow.
Can we see that post-surgery picture up here?
Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
It's the queen.
Wow.
Looking good. Yeah, okay.
Yes, queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, an anaconda living in captivity has given birth to 2 baby snakes, despite there's no presence of any male snakes. Now, some are calling. Why?
Come on. Gotta believe, Jay.
Well, some people are calling this a biblical miracle, and much like Mary from the Bible, somebody's been fucking that snake
Yeah.
hard.
Anyone here? Well, a new medical report tells the tale of a British man who injured his genitals in a moped accident, causing a 9-day erection. 9 days.
Yikes.
Luckily, the doctors were able to stop it by showing him this picture.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Well, okay. Well, speaking of British news, now the BBC attempted a broadcast to go over live on Britain's first 5G cellular network, but it had to stop the broadcast because they hit their data cap, okay? Now, the BBC then went and begged its mother to upgrade their cell phone plan, but she wouldn't do it because it's like, all you're gonna do is watch Fortnite, and then the BBC ran to his room and locked himself in the thing, and he says, "You don't get me!" So British.
Man.
BBC's a teenager, man.
Yeah.
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 Moving
Well,
on.
the National Spelling Bee ended with 8 contestants tying for the win after 20 rounds.
20 rounds.
20 rounds. Each one got prize money and a trophy. 8 winners, though. Come on, America. That sounds like total B-U-L-S-H-I-T.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
That's how you spell bullshit.
And hey, this is Late Night Special! Welcome, one and all. Late Night Special. We got such an amazing show tonight.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah, Alex Falcone is here. Who's heard of him?
He's funny.
Yeah, some people. Yeah.
Well, all of you are.
Yeah, all of you.
Tonight.
All of you are going to fall in love with him
Yeah.
for sure.
Yes.
For sure. He wrote this book right here. We'll find out more about it. Yeah. But Rebecca, what have you been up to?
Whew. Well, I'm enjoying the sun.
Yeah. Who else is enjoying the good weather?
Yeah. Trying to get out there and move a little bit more now that, coming out from my hibernation.
Yeah. What kind is this? Is alluding to exercise or just moving?
Yeah. I went to the gym yesterday and I went for a jog today. So, I'm doing real well. It's going to last for a long time, I'm sure.
Nice.
But how are you? You just got back from a big Euro trip.
Yeah, I was traveling abroad in Europe for 4 weeks. Hold the applause. No, it was great. I started in Barcelona and went all the way up to Berlin, and it was wonderful. I'm back. I'm enjoying being back in America.
Yeah.
Just for space, just physical space.
Yeah, we got so much of it here.
They do. Yeah, let loose. You could not do that in all of Brussels.
It's just everyone's like.
That
right
couch is
next
bigger
to
than Brussels.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
No, I am liking it. And I went up through France, and it's not that the French people are rude, is they just don't care.
Yeah, why should they?
No, yeah.
What is there to care about?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Zero.
Everyone dies, right?
Everyone dies.
William Barr knows best.
Yeah, they don't care about anything. And I was talking to a Dutch person. I was like, what's the deal with the French? And they said, well, what we say in the Netherlands is, France is a beautiful country. It has such great food. It's such a great place. It's just too bad that it's full of French people.
It's
I
true.
was like,
That's what they
burn.
say about America, too.
Oh.
Americans.
Well, that's kind of what's going on. So I just got back, living the life, jumping back into the desk. Stacy's gone.
Yeah.
I'm here. You're here.
Here.
Life is good, and we just got this
Yeah.
killer show going on.
Yeah, I'm
But
excited.
not only do we have Alex Falcone, but we have our musical guest. She is incredible, and I'm really excited to share her gift, her vocals with you. Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm round of applause to Lili St Anne.
Hey. She walks in like a ghost. She walks in like a ghost. Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lili St Anne. So lovely. Oh my gosh. Please join us. Please join us over here on the couch. All right. Well, now Lili St Anne is your stage name, but your real name is Elizabeth.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do tell us this stage name, this performance, this group, what is this all about?
Oh, sure. Well, yeah, so usually we perform as a band. I have a bass player and a drummer, so we're a little trio. Gets a little funky, which is nice. And the name actually originated on a train in France. So I used to live in France, and that's where I started playing music. And Lili kind of became my stage name because it's a nickname for Elizabeth. And then Saint because I grew up Catholic and it fucked me up. And then
Along with another people.
yeah. And then Anne is for my grandmother. So it's just a little nice amalgamation.
So it's a
of
trio,
things.
but all three elements are kind of about you.
Yeah, it's all about me, ultimately.
Yeah.
They know
France,
that.
you were
that's
living in
fine.
France.
Yeah.
How? When?
Where? Why?
Oh, wow. That's longer than we have for this show, probably.
Okay.
But the fun nugget is that I went to drama school in France.
Okay, so you were a student. Because I was wondering how you were
I
able
lived
to
for a
achieve
year for a little while.
this. Okay,
just
lovely. What
like
city?
In Aix-en-Provence in the
Okay,
south.
I know where that is. No, I don't.
Do you? Oh, I
Never heard of
it.
Yeah, okay. And so Eveline, the song, who is that? Is this a real person?
Yeah, it's based on a friend of mine from high school.
Did she walk like a ghost, truly?
Well, Jay, she actually passed away.
Oh my God!
Yikes.
Wow, Jay.
I didn't know. It'd be worse if I did. I was like, let's delve. Okay, well then it's an in memoriam to her.
Yes.
Well, I don't know how more you could have honored her with your beautiful voice, and that song was
you.
so well done. So hey, let's get a little round of applause for that. That's great. Yeah, but you're not. So this is one musical project. You have several, right? Or
Two.
Two.
Yeah.
Do tell about the others.
The other is called Salt. It's a rock band. It's like totally different vibe. It's super fun. I just sing and I dance. Oh, like because I have to because you just hold a mic and then you have to like do something with your
Right.
body.
You gotta entertain the crowd somehow.
Yeah, and I pretty much just have like knee moves. That's like all
Hey,
I've got.
that's, yeah. Is it like Charleston or?
Or something. Yeah, yeah. So I'm working on the dance moves. If you know any good dance teachers.
I've never
wanna-
taken a
you wanna
dance class in
teach
my.
me any moves?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah?
I mean,
Cool, cool.
I can't help you.
No? Neither?
I can get low. That's about it.
Well, that's cool. Where can people find your music?
There's a thing called the internet.
The World Wide Web.
The
Do
World
tell.
Wide Web.
Okay. The Army invented it.
Yeah, probably.
Wait,
yeah.
I thought Al Gore
actually
invented
He
it.
was in the Army.
Oh. Okay.
This is fake news.
You heard it here first, folks.
Well, where can people find your stuff on the internet if they're interested?
Well, you can look up Lili St Anne is kind of all over everything on Spotify and stuff. And then Salt is really new. We're just a couple months old, so you can find us on our Instagram, which is horrendous to find because the word salt is like
Oh, a
everywhere,
lot.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like 3 underscores, S_A_L_T, 3 underscores.
Okay.
That's
Remember
where you
that.
can find
That's
it.
a lot.
It's a
Yeah,
lot.
a lot of
It's a lot
underscores.
to carry.
I'd get 1 underscore in and just give up.
I know. We'll fix it.
Okay, so Salt and then Lili St Anne. That's great.
What's
Well,
the
you're
third
a
one?
fantastic musician.
Oh, I
That's
thought you
it.
said you had.
Then
Never
it's just
mind.
like me in the shower.
Oh, hey, that's. I mean, it's good.
Thanks. Do you know? Or?
No, I don't.
Well, you're a fantastic. You're a fantastic musician. You're great. You're doing good. But whatnot. But I want to keep you on the couch because it's it's summer. It's it's some might say wedding season.
Oh.
I hear the bells.
I hear the bells, and I mean, we have a very special segment because actually Rebecca is an expert on choosing,
yeah.
a mate, and this is, kind of geared
Got lots
towards.
of them.
Kind of geared towards like women looking for a man kind of thing. And so it's a segment that we like to call Signs That They Are the One.
All right, yeah. So, yeah, it's wedding season, you're with someone. Are they the one, though? I don't know. Well, I've got some advice for you, okay?
Ooh.
Yeah, so listen up.
Do tell.
Sign number 1 that they're the one for you. He tells you repeatedly why you should read Infinite Jest and explains why you should like it.
Oh.
I mean,
It insists upon itself.
yeah,
It's a giant book.
required reading. Second
Fremula.
date. Reason number 2, he says you look better without makeup, so he throws away all your Fenty makeup products on your behalf.
Oh, I love that.
I mean, that's really sweet of
It's one
him.
of my least favorite compliments.
You look,
It's
yeah.
like you look great without makeup.
Right, yeah. I know. Fuck you, dude.
It's like, dude, you'd look better with makeup.
Yes. Yes.
Get some guy liner, come on.
Yes. I swear by guy liner. Number 3, look. He says he's not a fully fledged feminist, but he definitely respects women. You might even say he cherishes them.
Oh.
Mom's his best friend.
Yeah, I love the like half-in feminist.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because feminists are scary, right?
Yeah.
So, like, it's not really-
He's just the tip on feminism.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The Justin Trudeau of feminists.
Number 4, he brags about how he can spot the difference between coffee brewed in an AeroPress, a
Okay.
Chemex, pour over, French press, mocha pot, and a Mr. Coffee percolator, all in a blind taste test.
He's a keeper.
That's impressive.
A coffee connoisseur.
Yeah. I don't even drink coffee, and that's what I look for in a man.
Are these real things men have said to you?
These are real signs.
Real signs.
Okay.
Real signs.
Real signs.
If a man
Yes.
says this to a woman, you put a ring on it.
Yeah. I'm with my soulmate right now, and these are all things he said to me.
You
Not
can tell
really,
he's got a
not really.
sensitive tongue. Just saying.
This one's good. Number 5, he claims ska is due to make a resurgence, and his band Ska Squatch. They're destined to be millionaires, so could you just please pay the rent again?
Yeah, he's good for it.
One more time this
So
month.
for that rent check, could you pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up?
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill McKenna.
Yeah, seriously, that deserves a round of applause. 6, he really needs you to understand Bitcoin and blockchain to ensure your personal financial security
It's
and
important,
stability.
ladies.
Yeah.
Money's just paper, man.
Yeah, it's all a social
Bitcoin is-
construct.
You get it?
Yes, Bitcoin's the real deal.
You have a boyfriend.
Speaking of social constructs, number 7, he's passionate about everyone around him knowing that monogamy is just a construct. Yeah, it's not real. All right, no one has any input on that.
What?
Well,
We were on a break. What?
this one's my personal favorite. He only wants you to send him sex if you really want to, and he's only asking every day to confirm that that's what you want. Okay, so that, yeah, news
Doing
every
it for you,
morning.
babe.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to show your boobs for him, and that's okay. All right, anyway.
Signs that they are the one.
Signs they are the one.
Hey, what did you think of all those?
Horrifying.
That was horrifying. I don't have to go on an online date for at least 3 years after hearing that.
Yeah.
It's probably for the best,
It's
honestly.
all of it in one.
Yeah.
It's good.
Well, I'm
Cleansing.
glad to get your hot take on it. I'm gonna exit you from the stage, but she will be back. So ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause to Elizabeth or Lili St Anne. All right. We've had music, we've had cultural advice. I want to move
welcome.
into the star of the show. He's currently Portland's funniest person.
Wait, I thought that was me.
No.
What the hell, man?
Not after that bit.
Oh. Wow.
I know, Bill.
Sorry.
This is your fault.
No, it's totally fine. And you're always the funniest person in my heart.
Aw,
and my
thank
mind.
you. Oh.
And
Anywhere else?
And my body.
There we go.
But no, he is the Portland's funniest person this year, the reigning champion, but he is a long-standing Portland figure. I'm a huge fan. I've been looking up to him ever since I started comedy 10 years ago.
He's pretty funny.
He's also got a hot dad bod. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
So ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause to Alex Falcone!
Thank you. Not a compliment, the dad bod. Okay. Probably nothing shows that I did not get that bit more than actuallying that bit, but an AeroPress and a pour over are the same thing. Okay. I know that doesn't make it better. Thank you guys for coming out. You guys doing all right? I do always ask that everybody sit only on one side of the theater. It's very important to me. I always worry they'll tip over if there's not enough people right near the door trying to leave. I feel like when the show started, you guys were all at this table. Is that true? Are you guys slowly sneaking away? Sorry if I came in a little hot. I'm feeling kind of cocky because I went to the dentist this week. Always feel cocky when I go to the dentist. It's just something about making people wash the inside of my body. I don't know, it just gives me, like, I'm not a rich person, but I feel like an eccentric millionaire when I'm at the dentist. It's like, are you kidding me? A man is gonna floss me? That is some Elon Musk shit right there. I swagger in there, they're like $5 copay. I say, fuck it, take 10, I don't care. Just tell Glenn I'm gonna be reclining in his robotic sex chair. All right, Glenn, I'm ready for you. Actually, you know what? I'm getting a little tired. Too tired to swallow my own spit. I'm gonna need you to suck it out of my mouth with a tiny vacuum cleaner, Glenn. And look me in the eyes while you're doing it. I paid $10 for this. I think people hug too much. I think people should chill with hugging. I get it. If we're friends, awesome. Rub your gross, sweaty body all over my body. That's fine. But people are doing it that I just met. I don't like it. I had a business meeting, and the guy afterwards was like, trying to shake his hand. He's like, nah, get out of here, man. I'm a hugger. And so now he's holding me against my will. And I was thinking, I don't think you are a hugger. I think you're a short-term kidnapper. And I don't think you're going to like where this goes, because I'm a crier. Right? You can't just add ER to the end of a word that I don't want you to do to me, and then I'll be like, okay, go ahead, do it. Right? That's not, otherwise next time a guy's like, get in here, man, I'm a hugger, I'll be like, well, I'm a finger banger. So, who goes first? You can go first. Just kidding, I'm a liar. Okay. Small side note, my wife has asked me to stop doing this crab motion when I say the word finger banger. I don't know, how do you guys feel? I like it. I like it. I like dogs. What a guy. I love dogs. And I think my favorite thing about dogs is they do tricks. Although I am a little bit worried about stick 'em up. I think we should probably knock off stick 'em up, right? We were having fun with these tricks. Why did you bring a fake gun? Why did it get so intense all of a sudden, right? Like if you teach a dog to shake, it's like, oh, cute, he's a little business dog. But if you do stick 'em up, it's like, oh, cute, he's getting mugged. Why would you do that? Why? I've never seen a dog that's like, oh, it's so cute, but can you show me what it's like when he begs for his life? Can you do that? That was a fucked up trick to teach a dog. Next year, I'm gonna be like, here's my trick, where I tell him he's been evicted, and he takes all his toys out of his dog bed. Oh, no, this is a trick where I put on my scrubs, pretend I'm a doctor, and tell him he only has a week to live, and then he lives each day like it might be his last. Actually, it's cute, because for a dog, it's 7 weeks, so it's plenty of time. That's stupid at the end, you're right. I grew up in Reno, Nevada, which is a bad place. And it's a bad place. If you've never been, it's kind of like a Kirkland signature Las Vegas. It's like a lot of the same themes, but none of the magic. Like, we did not have white tigers, but one of the casinos growing up just had an elephant tied up in the parking lot. For real, yeah. Her name was Bertha, and she did not want to be in Reno any more than I did. She hated it there. And every once in a while, she would shit on somebody's car. That part was fun. It's a bad place. I do like Nevada, though. It's kind of interesting because Nevada's got a lot of contradictions, which I like about it. Like, Nevada is home to Cliven Bundy, who had that shootout with the sheriffs in the duck place a couple years back. Before that, he did a different one in Nevada over where to put his cows. Got a little shoot and fight with the sheriff. And in that same state, Burning Man. So you got kind of a nice, like, is it Deadwood, or do you want to have, like, a acid-fueled, dust-covered steampunk sex orgy? Whatever you want. You got all the options. Other example. 2018, Nevada elected a majority female legislature, which is very cool. Do you know how, yeah, it's very cool. It's also very rare. Do you know how rare it is? It has never happened before anywhere else in the country. That was the first time, 2018, Nevada. Oregon didn't do that shit. Nevada did that. And in the same election, they also elected a guy who owned 6 brothels and was dead. Yeah, that's true. 100% true. His name is Dennis Hoff. You've heard this story. His name is Dennis Hoff. He owned the world-famous Bunny Ranch, and that was the second most surprising thing about him getting elected. Did I mention that he was fucking dead? He was absolutely dead. And it wasn't like he died that afternoon and just the phone tree wasn't fast enough. It was like a month. It was written in big signs all over the polling place, like, this guy's dead. And Nevadans were like, cool, an outsider. I don't know. It was... He tells it like it is. Other politicians will pretend not to be dead, but not Dennis Hoff. He puts that on a sign. That's such a weird state where they're like, look, of course we're going to vote for women. We think women can run anything. We think women are totally equal to men, but also sometimes broads get out of line, so we need a zombie pimp. Just in case. I am a millennial, obviously. I'm the oldest millennial allowed by law. And I feel like people, clap if you're, it looks like a lot of you are millennials. Clap if you're millennials. Some of you? Most of you? Most of you. Sorry, just you. Everybody, you made this face like, oh shit, they're everywhere. We are everywhere. I think people need to be nicer to millennials, though, not just because I am one. I feel like people say ridiculous things. People are always saying, like, this is the dumbest generation. Like, read a book, man. We've always been dumb. That's not... Kids didn't invent that, right? Like, sure, yeah, one time a kid ate Tide Pods to get famous on YouTube. That's true. But 100 years ago, adults went over Niagara Falls in barrels. We've always been dumb. It's not new. At least kids now are monetizing it. What did the barrel lady do? Just drag the barrel everywhere she went? Like, I'm still wet. Like and subscribe. My dad got mad. He found out about Twitch. You know Twitch? They all do. Okay, so Twitch is a website where you watch other kids play video games. And my dad was very upset. He was like, I can't believe you're watching other people play games. That's so boring. Like, Dad, I hate to break it to you, but you do not play baseball. I was watching someone else play. Actually, he's even worse. My dad listens to baseball on the radio. So watching people play video games is boring, but listening to two guys describe a game they're watching other people play. And that game, by the way, 8 out of 9 people on each team are watching someone else play the whole fucking game. That's the worst generation right there. The most millennial thing about me is that my parents put me in non-competitive soccer growing up. Did anybody else? You know what I'm talking about? Non-competitive soccer is where the adults don't keep score. So what the kids do is keep score, because it's soccer and we don't need an adult to count to 2. That's the easiest sport in the world to keep score in, right? Like, even the kid who was eating grass the whole game was like, I'm pretty sure I'm a Ninja Turtle, but it's 3-1 right now. Also, by the way, that is for the parents, the non-competitive part. That's not for the kids. Kids are very competitive. We will keep scoring anything. Kids love to compete. A kid can tell across the room if your cookie has 1 extra chocolate chip, right? They are all about keeping score. I have a nephew, he's 5, and his name is Austin, and he's very cute, and he will race me to the top of every single staircase we come across, even though I'm twice his height and way more experienced at stairs. Bring it on. I will beat you every fucking time. I'm so much better than you at stairs. I'm 53-0 against this kid at stairs. I own you at stairs. I'm also very competitive, I guess. What should I leave you with? Do you guys ever get to a 4-way stop in Portland and realize all 4 of you must have been bullied as kids? That's all there is to that one. Do one more thing. I mentioned before I'm not a rich person. Sometimes I have to do not rich person things. Like last week I had to sell some clothes to Buffalo Exchange. I feel like you can turn down the attitude, Buffalo Exchange. I am aware these are bad clothes. You don't have to make that face. I know they're bad clothes. Here's how you can tell that I know. I put them in a garbage bag and brought them to your trash boutique. That's the system. Like, look around your store. Everything you sell is somebody's worst clothes. No one goes to the closet, picks out their favorite outfit, and is like, ooh, I love this one. I wonder what the fashion raccoons will give me for it. So just give me $1 and let me go home, Allegra. All right, that's it. My name is Alex Falcone. Thank you guys so much.
Alex Falcone! Get over here. I love you. Oh my God.
You can have some if you want.
Yeah, that's Rebecca's.
Not water.
But you can sniff it.
It was strong enough that way.
Alex,
Hi,
I
guys.
love you.
Hi.
I love you so much.
I love your shirt.
Thank
Sorry.
you. It's tiny ice cream cones.
Yeah, I just noticed
you
that.
did not sell that.
Yeah,
I didn't sell
you really
it.
could
No,
have.
to Buffalo Exchange.
Oh no, I kept the ice cream cones. These are nice. You said that you looked up to me for 10 years, and I've been doing comedy for 9 years, and I feel like you made me sound like a much older person. than I
9
am.
years, that's it?
I feel like I have looked up to you in comedy. I feel like you've been doing this longer than me.
No, well, maybe we started at the same time.
We must
Wow.
have.
Yeah, but I feel like you've been doing it a little bit longer than me.
Maybe just better.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yes!
Sorry, I didn't mean that. That came out wrong.
Shots fired.
Aggressive.
You knew exactly what you were saying.
Is it weird that we trade places over there and you're just like, where'd his hair go? His hair's back. His hair's gone. His hair's gone. We look the same. That was my point.
No, I got
doesn't
it.
have an
I
ice
got
cream
it.
cone.
Also, thanks for pointing out the fucking baldness.
Yeah.
It's coming for you, millennial!
Now you need to insult Rebecca.
I did not
Yeah,
mean for that.
where's my fucking? Come on.
Let's not.
Give me
Let's
your-
not. Yeah. Well, Alex, so you are Portland's funniest person.
I just thought of one.
Go.
Okay, I just think we should maybe turn down these lights because I don't want you to burn.
Oh,
It's
that
just very
was
pale.
good.
Okay.
No, that was
No,
good.
like-
Yeah, no,
I
I
didn't mean
was.
to come out shots firing at everybody.
Wow.
That was an accident.
Yeah. Because like it was like funny, and then ooh.
Too real.
I'm so sorry. I'm a nice person.
You are.
Sure.
You are. But you are the funniest person. You won the contest.
Yeah, I won the contest.
How's it
It's
been?
just a contest.
No, yeah.
What is like the opportunities have come from it?
I got invited on a alt-right podcast in Salem.
Oh,
What?
And
pretty
that's
cool.
pretty much it.
just kidding. That's terrible.
What's her name on the ABC News lady here? She wanted to do a game where I got hit in the face with a pie. That was pretty much it.
And you said-
it's not great.
You said.
I did it, but it didn't. Well, it was a game, and fortunately, she took the pie, so that was fine. But
Oh, so you didn't get the pie.
so I won this contest, and it turns out that it gets you nothing. You get nothing. I am on this a
Bye.
year later.
Yeah.
Wow.
And because they're ramping up the contest again.
That is true. I have to give over the tiara this year
Mm.
to
Can
somebody
you
else.
can't compete again? Or
No,
is it-
I don't have to, fortunately, because it is
okay.
soul crushing. You know how art in a tournament is weird? Yeah, it's an art tournament where at the end of the night they tell 9 people your art is less good than these people's art, and then you keep doing that all summer. So it's a lot of stress.
Yeah, and still no one gets paid.
You get a small amount of money for winning.
Okay.
And then the other people are like, sorry, your art is not good enough to get paid today. It's very weird. Is this relatable? I don't feel like you guys care.
I feel like they're really invested in
A
it.
lot of sculptors out here
Here's the
tonight.
thing, I feel like they liked me when I was over there.
Well, yeah, because all of them are over there too.
That's right.
Well, who do you think's going to win this year? Who's the contender?
Phil Schallberger is going to win this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a guy
Is
here
he
in
back
Portland.
there?
Wait, isn't he
that you?
recording his
He's recording
special
an
here?
album here.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
The
let's-
13th.
On the 13th.
Let's
yeah.
plug his show. He was on Late
Yeah.
Night Special before. We are big Phil Schallberger fans. So
Yeah, I'm a huge
let's
fan.
give it up for Phil.
Phil, where you are.
2019 Helium Comedy Portland Funniest Person.
So Phil does.
There we go.
There
does-
There we go.
Yeah, this is his show coming up. So he does characters and PowerPoint presentations. And so if people think that's comedy, he will definitely win. But if they think that's cheating, then he will not.
Is he allowed to do all the like bells and whistles
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. So it'll be 11 people doing stand up, and then Dmitry Smirnov is going to come out with his fake robot PowerPoint, and it's going to be insane.
Yeah, he did one of his characters, and we were like, come over here, we want to interview. And just stayed in character. Didn't tell us, and we kept being like, Phil, I mean,
What do I call
what?
you?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we love you. Yeah.
So that's happening all summer, yeah. And I'm hosting it. That's the
Okay.
thing. When you win, you host. So I'm going to be doing 37 contest shows in the next 2 months.
Wow. And
You
then
seem
get,
enthused about it. Yeah.
It is going to be long. So the thing is, when you're hosting it, everyone else is stressed out because they're about to be told their art isn't good enough. And you're the only one getting paid. It's a very weird, emotional.
And you're getting paid $5.
Yeah, well, I'm rich now. It's different.
Okay, yeah.
You do okay.
Well, and then
That
most
politics
of them, most of
podcast.
them, it's like their first time ever doing stand-up is at that
Oh,
contest.
some people do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a weird time
Yeah, what?
to come out firing. I don't. The part of the problem is there's so many funny people like you guys who are not entering the contest because
Oh,
although they
you
will
don't
let.
know that.
Are you doing the contest? It's stand-up
No, I'm
specific, and they let Phil do the PowerPoint, but I don't think they would let you bring your desk.
No, I don't
We don't
need
the
this
desk.
desk.
Yeah,
You don't-
like, get rid of the desk.
Why? The two of you should come out and read monologue jokes on cue cards for the
Yes.
whole. I
Wait,
think that would be
all
fun.
of that was improvised. What are you talking about, dude?
Yeah.
I've competed a few times in the contest,
have?
and the very first time I made it third place. I made it into the next round,
Whoa.
and the semifinal show that I was scheduled on, I couldn't make it because I was on a work trip. Per diem, brag, I know. And
Day job, so cool.
because I foregoed my slot, Shane Torres was pulled up, who was fourth place that
No
year.
kidding.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
he
Portland's funniest person 2015.
exactly.
or
Yeah,
2014.
who has his own show on? Yeah,
He's got a Comedy Central.
Let's give it up for Shane
Hey.
Torres.
Also not appearing tonight.
So you would have won.
Well,
were in the winning spot.
Ian Carmel would have won anyway.
this was year
This was year one, yeah.
Okay,
but I
well.
remember I felt very overconfident.
It is a prestigious lineage that most of the people who have won have gotten a lot out of it. And I am breaking that tradition.
Yeah, I mean, well,
always
that
gotta
kind of
be
happened for
first.
Steven. Steven was kind of like a curveball. Like, no one saw that one coming.
He got offered a job at Funny or Die and didn't want to move to LA.
What a fucking idiot.
Why does he do comedy?
He just wants to keep it a secret. It's just between us. I don't know. This is a lot of talking about other people.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
wait.
anyway.
So you wrote a book. You wrote a book. Tell us about your book.
So this is a novel that I wrote with a friend of mine. It is a romance novel about a young woman who falls in love with a mummy,
As you do.
and it's called Unwrap My Heart. It's sort of like a Twilight parody, Way Too Late. So instead of a sexy vampire, it is a rotting corpse. And it's like 10 years after anybody would think that's funny.
What was it like to co-write?
It was half as hard. It's way easier.
Yeah?
Just someone else does part of the work.
Who was
I
the
have a
main
question.
premise?
Well,
though?
so we had the idea together.
Okay, how
and
did
then
it come about?
Well,
Was it in a prayer meeting?
we do a podcast together.
Okay.
And we had to read where we read a lot of bad books and watch bad movies. So we'd read Twilight, and we're joking.
okay.
And then it turns out after Twilight, there were a bunch of books that were like. This girl falls in love with an angel, but she doesn't realize an angel. And then this girl falls in love with like a demon monster, doesn't realize he's a demon because he's so hot. And we kept joking like eventually they're gonna run out of monsters and get down to mummies. And it never happened, so we were like, fine, we'll do it.
Now I have a question.
Yeah.
I hope this mummy is like less emotionally abusive than Edward was. 'cause-
Yeah, for sure. So
Okay.
we also tried to fix a lot of the terrible
Okay,
problems.
yeah.
So another thing, for example, like in Twilight, he's 110 years older than her, which
Right.
is fucking creepy.
Super creepy.
He's a 115-year-old guy who just like hangs out in high schools all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
It is the most horrifying pedophile situation ever written. And so ours, he died when he was 16
Oh,
and then was
thank
resurrected
God.
the day before they met. So they're
Oh,
both
okay.
16. It's
Good.
great.
Well done.
Yeah,
so
that
trying
was
to fix-
smart. Good
Yeah,
thinking on your
and
part.
he's a good boyfriend. The thing is, I don't know if you guys. Okay, so I love mummies. I think they're so funny because I like monsters, and mummies are the silliest monster.
Okay.
Right?
Why?
Like vampires can they can take all of your blood out of your body, and they can turn into bats, and they have all these powers. And mummies are just slow and dry. Like they have nothing. Like, have you ever seen the original Mummy? Not Brendan Fraser, like the 1930s.
The Boris Karloff
Boris
one?
Karloff Mummy.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen? How have you seen this one? You just the non-millennial.
Hey.
Okay, so if you haven't seen the
My millennial son.
and your millennial son, okay, good.
Okay.
If you haven't seen the 1930s Mummy, he's a villain and he's scary because he kills a person by shooting him with a gun. That's his power. He can afford a gun.
I mean, he was a pharaoh, so
Yeah,
he
was-
could get a gun.
Yeah, so he's got all this money. No, so the mummy comes back to life, and he puts on a hat, and then no one notices he's a mummy for 10 years. That's the plot of the movie. He just passes as a dude. He becomes he wants to dig up his girlfriend because he's so lonely, so he becomes a world-famous archaeologist in 10 years. That's his thing. And then someone catches him and he's like, bang. And that's the whole, that's his villainy. Like, he's just like a dude with a hat.
Say, why are the bandages on your face? Blam!
Yeah, exactly. No one mentions that he's like a rotting corpse the whole time. It's like if in Jaws, instead of everyone being like, it's a shark, the shark just put on like a Cubs hat. And then they were like, oh, what's up, Dan? And then he shot him. You need a bigger boat. I don't know.
Why does Quint have a fin?
Yeah, it is so insane. It's so ridiculous. And so the idea of making that a monster, I think, just cracks me up. So I just love them. So
How long did it take
how long did it take?
to write it, to get it all done?
We talked about it for 5 years, which is why it's so much later than it should be. And then we wrote it over a summer. So it's not hard. Actually, if you just write a book, they're not that hard.
Yeah, I've written a book.
You have?
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
No, it wasn't that hard. There was a rude awakening when I had an editor and I sent her all the stuff and she's like, well, you need at least 60,000 words. And I was like, I got it. Sent her it all, whatever. And she's like, that's 30,000, get to work. And I was like, shit.
This is a shorter novel, so it's not quite even 30,000.
I only made it to 55.
Also, I didn't it's not good. So
There's a
Really
sticker
good
on here that
promotion.
says unfortunate.
yeah, so I like it, but that's what Publishers Weekly said about it. So it's easy to write a book, but sometimes the professional reviewers will not think it's as funny as you do.
Well, we do want to give this book away to one of our fabulous
It's not that bad.
audience
No one's
members.
gonna buy it.
I really do think it's a good book. I think that the person did not get it.
Which is
It
unfortunate.
was unfortunate. But just think of a novel as being 4 stars is fine. That's just if you approach it with that mindset, that 4 stars would be more than enough, then you'll have a great time reading it.
Okay. Well, is there? We're not just gonna give
Who needs
away.
the extra star?
Hey.
Yeah, we're not just gonna give away a 4-star book. We need our audience members to earn it.
You gotta work for
And we're
it.
gonna play a little game. Alex
yes.
is gonna be playing a game with us. But is there any audience member who is excited to read this book about mummy cross-species fucking?
Whoa!
Still, they're
Whoa!
so cute,
Spoilers!
technically,
I've
right?
read it. I've read it.
They don't fuck. They don't fuck in this book.
Okay.
In the
Wow,
sequel.
spoiler alert.
Is there
Twilight, they don't
anybody
fuck until the 4th
who would
book.
like to come up
True.
on this couch
And then he
and
wrecks
play a
her.
game
So
and
gross.
win this book? Yeah, come on up! Come on
There's-
up!
Yeah.
Yes, give her a round of applause. What's your name?
My name is Danielle.
Danielle? Okay, come on over here. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to Danielle. Danielle. Now, so you have a microphone so that the internet can hear you, all of Russia. And we are going to play a game. We've played it before because, famous people in the public eye, like Mr. Alex Falcone, famous author of an unfortunate book, generate a lot of flack, just like Publishers Weekly. And we have a segment where it is called Hate Mail or Fake Mail.
Fake mail or fake mail.
And Alex is going to read quotes. And half of them are real hate mail, and the other half is fake hate mail that our writers here at Late Night Special have written. And it'll be up to us, blind to us, to decide if it is hate mail or fake mail. And audience, you may shout out what you think it is, like it's The Price is Right. All right, so does this sound like a good game?
Yeah!
All right. Alex, take it away.
First of all, which of those is the bad emoji? Those are both terrible.
If you don't know, you'll never know.
Both so bad.
Probably the clown is fake because the devil is real.
That devil looks like he's having like an actual fun time, and that clown looks like he just killed somebody. All right. Okay, so first mail. While your review was funny, it was very denigrating and not very nice. I guess you have to be a not nice person to be a comedy writer. This is allegedly, or realistically, a comment on an Amazon review I wrote about Twilight.
Ooh, that sounds real.
I feel like that's real, yeah.
I think that's real. Audience,
think
what do
it's
you
real.
think? Real?
Yeah, it's
Bill?
too
I think it's real. Yeah.
You guys are correct. That is a real
Okay, one. Yeah, great.
Wait, so how are the points? Are you all on the same team?
Well, I don't want the book.
It is
I'm
unfortunate.
fine. I mean, I read Twilight already, so.
Well, then you would enjoy it even more. Okay. I want a refund. Number 2.
Okay.
I want a refund for this book and damages paid for time lost I spent reading it. The name is Debbie Doesn't Dallas, and this is allegedly an Amazon review of my book on Amazon.
I think that's fake, and
That's-
I'm out
yeah.
on the name, but it sounded real until I got to the name. What do you
That's
think?
definitely fake, I would say.
I'm gonna say fake.
Oh, fake. Okay, what do you think, Bill?
I think it's real.
Real? Okay.
It is fake.
Yes. Okay.
That's fake. It was the name that gave away Debbie Doesn't Dallas.
Yeah.
Because you can't put an apostrophe in a username.
Come on, writers.
Debbie doesn't do
better.
Dallas.
We're not
Like
making up
it
fake
was.
names.
Yeah. It's too clever. It's too
Yeah.
clever for just
They're
a
not that
schmo.
smart.
Yeah.
All right. These are 2 different ones. Okay. Eat more pudding. This is a Reddit comment after I mentioned something about healthy living.
Yeah.
It's too weird to not be real, so I'm gonna say real.
It feels
I'm gonna
real.
say real.
It feels real.
Yeah.
Well, wait. Do you like pudding?
Yes, I like pudding.
No, I'm not.
Who doesn't like pudding, Jamin?
I do like pudding. Oh, also, I decided to omit the name because I thought it might give it away.
a little too short to be
OBGYN
fake.
Kenobi.
Okay, this is real.
No, it's totally fake. You can tell it's fake because it's on Reddit and it is not racist.
The more you know.
Stupid me. Okay.
All right. A worthy addition to the legion of 15-year-old chronic masturbators on YouTube. This is a comment on a YouTube video by somebody who appears younger than me.
What?
I'm gonna say real.
Yeah, that's real.
I'm going
It's
fake.
harsh.
I don't know. That seems too-
I'll go real. Just kind of based how you read it.
Based on how I read it.
Yeah,
Okay,
just-
and why do you
yeah.
think it's
Tone
fake?
of confidence.
I don't know. It just sounds like something our writers would come up with. Like not in a bad way. Just they're funnier than real people.
That is totally real.
Yes.
You're doing very well.
Wow.
You're doing very well. That half of the stage is.
Oh, I missed
What?
one.
What?
Come on.
We're
Yeah, we're
It's
even.
not like I put these in a document or anything.
Again, I don't want your fucking book anyway, so.
Oh, I don't like where this has turned.
It's like you insult the other people on stage and somehow they hate you now.
You were doing so well.
So, all right. Okay.
Wishy-washy.
All right. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the description first, and then the comment on this one.
Okay.
This is a comment on a Portland Mercury review I wrote of Sarah Palin's book.
Oh.
Chubby bucktooth four-eyed nerd left 2 years out of journalism college that he went to for 6 years.
Real. Very real.
I'm gonna say real.
Real in the comment and.
I'm gonna say
and
real.
Real in real life.
She's from Alaska.
Yeah, this is totally real. And
Insightful, no less.
what happened was I was writing like movie reviews and stuff for the Mercury, and I wrote this review of the new Sarah Palin book that was like about how like Christmas doesn't have enough Jesus in it. And a like alt-right blog picked it up, the review, and so like you could tell 'cause it's like meh or like kind of funny meh, and then 200 reviews in 5 minutes that are all like, "You're a soy boy" and stuff. It's just like they're so funny. That's their If you're like too feminine seeming, they call you a soy boy. It's great.
I want to
Oh,
like
because soy.
dive into
But what I
this.
love is that he was like, it took you too long to finish journalism school. Like, I did not go to journalism school. This is like kind of a compliment that you think that I did.
Yeah, that's a big. That's
Wait,
a big
didn't you also
assumption.
get asked on an alt-right podcast? I'm confused.
Oh, that
as
was
to
a different
how-
one. That was like that one's local.
Why is the alt-right courting you?
Yeah.
No, this one hates me.
Oh, okay.
That one was just like, hey, we're a politics show. Do you want to come on? And I clicked on it, and the titles were like, colleges are for lefties, and like, it got real gross. I was like, I don't think I'm a good fit.
Yikes.
All right, here we go. I would only choose to read this book if the only other book left on earth was Hitler's autobiography. A 1-star review on Amazon.
That is
That's
fake.
fake.
That
Yeah.
is fake. That is fake.
This is about your book?
Yeah.
Oh, fake. Fake.
Yeah, it's totally fake. It's totally fake. The kind of person who would say that would call it Mein Kampf. They wouldn't be like, autobiography.
And they'd already have 3 copies.
Oh, okay. Which, my book? Yeah, it's good. 4 stars. All right. Whoever wrote this, please, I'm begging you, text and drive a lot. You owe it to society, you 12-year-old girl in a hairy man suit. By someone whose name is Dog Trot, and this is a comment on a blog post I wrote saying the iPhone 5 looked a lot like the iPhone 4.
I'm going totally real based off of your reaction. Initially seeing it.
Real.
Yeah, I'm gonna go real.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not a good poker face.
No. He
Well-
sounds bitter.
Yeah. It was
I
so
do text and drive.
It was so funny. It was like the blog post was like, this looks very similar, and they went fucking ape shit.
Yeah, no, it was good. Well, and also when you read that
Yes.
so eloquently, it made me think about like, is there 12-year-old girls wearing a hairy man suit somewhere, and just somebody's being mean to them, and they're like, "This isn't my choice."
I'm inside a hairy man suit. No.
Yeah, like they
sounds
didn't choose this
expensive.
life. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, keep going.
It was so funny. They were so mad about me saying it looked like the other iPhones, which
Weird.
objectively they do. They look all very similar.
It was Steve Jobs.
This is a long time ago. So the reason I laughed when I read it, so what happened was you guys asked for hate mail, and I put, whenever I get hate mail, I like short good ones, I put it on my website under a section called What Are People Saying? And so I hadn't read these in a while, so it made me laugh when I saw it, because I hadn't put this has been years. All right. Anyway, this doesn't
It's
matter.
been years since I got a hate mail.
I'm bored. No, just since that one. Okay,
Okay.
here we go. This is from a YouTube comment on one of my stand-up videos from Burbank Baller. The only thing keeping me from killing myself while watching this was knowing that I am a conscious being capable of stopping this video, closing my laptop, walking into my bedroom, and screaming into a pillow.
Sounds real.
Sounds fake. I don't know.
Sounds real to me.
I'm saying fake.
I want to say real.
Insightful.
Which one are you saying?
I'm saying it's true. Yeah, it's real.
That one's fake!
Yeah, Rebecca.
Who sucks at this game now? Not
Yeah.
Okay, one more.
Okay, one more. Okay, well, I have a bunch. Should I choose one, or should I just
Choose one. Come on.
Okay, I'll just do the first one. Sorry, the next one. If you hate Portland so much, go back to the soybean farm you were raised on. Comment section on an essay about things wrong with Portland.
Real.
Soy boy. I'd say real.
I would say real.
Sure. I think
That
it's real.
one's totally fake. Take that! I got you with the soybean thing.
Well,
Yeah.
our winner is our audience member. You did. Hey, give a round of applause to our audience member. So good. And keep it going for Alex Falcone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're out of here. Give him a thing. Yeah. Oh my God. I love him. Find him. Go watch those shows. Write him some hate mail. He'll
Yeah.
save it for you. Okay, great. We can't just keep the lights on in here, just on farts and dreams and prayers. Okay.
I've tried. Trust
Yeah.
me.
Whew, yeah. We have to have sponsorships, and every show is sponsored by somebody else. But this show, I mean, thank God we have something really excellent. So, give a big round of applause to a word from our sponsor with Bill McKinley.
Oh. Hey, bro. Why so glum?
Dude, it's just that my girl always wants me to go do yoga with her, but I don't have the right apparel. Like my board shorts, they don't have the right stretch and flex for me to do my vinyasa. nor do they have that comforting support on Johnny Utah and Bodie.
I'm sorry, are those characters from the 1991 Catherine Bigelow movie Point Break?
Right on, Bill. That's very chill of you. That indeed they are. It's also what I call my scrote inhabitants.
That is gross. Well, what if I told you to turn that frown upside down?
Bill, I'd probably say go back to 2009 or sometime to that equivalent time frame when that phrase was used unironically last.
Well, get ready to just do that because we have a brand new product just for you. Broga pants. That's right, yoga pants for bros.
Far out, dude. Bill, but what makes these yoga pants different from other generic yoga pants?
Well, our patented Broga pants come fully equipped with big, cumbersome cargo pockets on each leg and industrial-strength Velcro flap to keep your vape rig secure while attempting the most difficult positions.
That is so chill, but let me ask, is the Velcro really loud and obnoxious?
The loudest and most obnoxious yet. Imagine a quiet room, lights dim. You've all finished your final sun salutation and are all lying on your back in Shavasana, taking in all the goodness of the world and exhaling all malice and impurities. And all of a sudden, you hear an ear-splitting rip as you tear open your Broga pant cargo pocket to begin packing a sweet hot bowl of dank ganja.
Bill, that is the dopest thing I've ever heard, and it brings a tear to my eye thinking about how much sweet buttery nug I can pack in those Broga pants.
Broga pants, man spreading in a yoga studio near you.
Give it up for our sponsor! Yes.
So dumb.
Yeah, they just come in and they're like, we want to sponsor our comedy show. We're real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so great. Well, Rebecca, have you been enjoying the show?
Not at all.
Okay.
Of course.
Good.
Have you?
I have been loving it, and I am
Good.
so glad to bring back our musical guest to close out this show. Please give a warm round of applause to Lili St Anne.
Hey, thanks so much for having me, Jay and Rebecca.
You're welcome.
Thanks for being
Appreciate
here.
it. Tender coming, tender gone, love happened at once and then calm. Then all alone asleep in my bed, there's the crow that flies just overhead. He's the one who calls me, the one who draws me near, one who moves me beyond fear. Crow. one who draws me near, one who moves me beyond fear. Crow. Feathers in a teacup tell the tale of a man who loved me, but then set sail for a land where I cannot yet go. In the house of his head he calls his home. Beyond death, beyond life, crow flies. Beyond death, beyond life, crow flies. Beyond death, beyond life, crow flies. Crow flies. Crow flies.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for